Let me go to the busy phones. People have been waiting a while. Orlester is a first-time caller out of Kansas City. Orlester, thank you for calling. Get it off your chest.
Hey, how you doing?
All is well, sir. How are you?
I'm all right. I was just looking at when you were saying how do we see women,
Yes.
and I see women as the greatest gift that God made for man.
Really?
That's how I see women.
And
Yes,
why do you see them that way?
because that's the first people that we learn from is a woman. And my mother and my grandmother always told me to treat a woman like you want to be treated, or anybody, for that sense. And and I treat my wife the way I want to be treated. And I see her as my world. That's why, I feel like they're the greatest gift that God gave for man. That helps keep our sanity.
Oh, so Jesus Christ to you wasn't the greatest gift to mankind. It was the woman.
No. I don't mean it that way. I mean, if you just say man and woman, that's how I look at that. But Jesus Christ was the greatest gift that he gave to man. But while we down here living in life, our companion, I feel like the woman is the greatest gift.
And you said that your wife is your world. What do you mean by that?
I just mean that, without her, I just feel like my life would be missing something. And she helps complete the other things that I don't have in me.
Like what?
As far as like the sensitive side and more understanding on different levels and stuff. And we share things and we just go from there and just have a peaceful life.
How long you been married?
I've been married for like almost 20 years.
This your first and only marriage?
Yes, I only been married once.
You have children?
Yes, we have 3 children.
Are you the head of your wife?
Yes, I'm the head of my wife.
Okay. Orlester, that's good for you, man. I wish you well.
I really appreciate that. And I just wanted to say on another thing that I really agree with you when you say that racism don't exist, because it don't. It's just good against evil.
Right. Absolutely.
I understand that completely. I've seen that so clear when you said that. I mean, because I had been following you for a while on YouTube and some of the debates you've been having. And for some reason, people don't be hearing what you be saying, but I'll be seeing it so clear the way you say it, because it's just people think that religion or whatever you want to call your religion is a mystery, but it's more simple.
Yes.
It's really simple to understand if you've been born again, like you say.
Yeah.
It's so simple to understand, and I was like, wow, it's wild that it go over some people's head. They want to be stuck on the hate part of it.
Right.
They stuck on that hate part of it.
Before you heard me say that there's no such thing as racism, did you believe that racism existed?
That's a good question. I didn't acknowledge it, but I knew that it was there, but I knew where it came from. It came from hate.
Yeah.
It comes from hate. That's the seed of it. And I've never lived in the time, I'm 41 years old, and I never lived in a time where all that was going on real worse than it is today.
Yes.
But I never acknowledged it that way. I just looked at it as hate.
Yes, sir.
Separation. That's all it is.
Orlester, your family is fortunate to have you as a husband and a father.
I really appreciate that. That means a lot.
And they really, really are. It's hard to find good men who has insight. They have, they've overcome that anger and they can see clearly what's going on. Your family, your children are fortunate to have you, man. I wish you well.
Thank you, and you too. Keep up the good work.
I will. Call me again, buddy.
All right.
Amazing. Thank you. All right. Amazing. Isn't that like amazing? And he's so right. It's so simple. but you must be born again because God is not going to allow you to see it, the simplicity of his ways. You're just going to have the knowledge of it from reading the scriptures, but not the wisdom of it, the insight.